Hello everyone, welcome to Karen's Journey. For those of you who are new, my name is Karen and this is a video channel about my health journey that started back in September of 2021. For those of you who have returned, welcome back and thanks for coming back. This isn't going to be a real long one, but I just wanted to put something together before too much time went by. Last week ended up being a pretty busy week, so I wanted to give you a little bit of an update about that, tell you a little bit of the things I'm struggling with, and then wrap it up with what my plans are for the week. It's not a big deal, but anyway, that's kind of the gist. I don't have notes, so I'm just kind of I'm gonna wing it a little today. Anyway, again, welcome back. And let me just tell you, it is hot down here. Yes, that is hot with 2 syllables. Whew, I was hoping to do this on the patio today, but it's just too hot. So here we are in my living room where it's kind of cool and comfy. So anyway, last week, I'm gonna pop up some pictures and let you see the experience that I had last week walking on the beach with my aunt both times. Yes, my aunt came with me, my Aunt Donna. And the first day was just a normal, regular walk. We did about a half an hour, all round trip there. So what I do is, what I mean by round trip is I'll walk 15 minutes and then turn around and then walk the 15 minutes back, and then that's a half an hour of walking. So then on the day that we walked just a half an hour, we were sitting on the beach and she said, you see those rocks out there? There was like is it called a jetty or a rocks that jetted out from the land. So it wasn't a pier, but it was like a whole stack of rocks in a row. There's probably a technical term for it, and I just can't think of it off the top of my head. Anyway, and it didn't look too far, but that's how things on the beach work, right? So she's like, I want to walk from here to there. That's my goal. And I said, well, let's set up a challenge. We'll challenge ourselves to do that. And I was thinking it would probably take us a few times. We'll start walking and then come back and then walk a little further the next time and then come back. So anyway, a couple days later, I met her there again and we started walking towards that. And before I knew it, we were there. An hour later. Now, granted, remind you, an hour one way walking there, yeah. So, we didn't just take the 15 minutes one way and maybe double it and then come back, and then next time add 15 minutes more and then come back. No, we just did it. Oh, my aunt, she's crazy. So anyway, it was beautiful. It was well worth the walk to there. But on the way back, yeah. See, I struggle with low arches, and I have to constantly wear shoes that have a good arch support in them. And I found these water shoes that have some support, but it's not like wearing, good sneakers or shoes with good arch support. But it was good. They're good for, short walks on the beach. Short walks, yeah. So I was in a lot of pain by the time I got back to the vehicle. I have blisters still from that. I should have just taken the shoes off. But then I was afraid that, my feet would suffer more if I didn't have at least a little bit of support. Oh, the crazy things we do. But anyway, we did that 5 miles. Woo! Yeah, so that felt good. So those were 2 big exercise days. And then the rest of the time, I think I just did like yoga and things like that. So didn't lift weights last week, but I'm hoping to do that this week. Get back to building up that muscle because that always helps. All right, so the things I've been struggling with. So earlier today, I was thinking about what I wanted to share in this video. And I was thinking about not wanting to disappoint all of you. Yeah. See, with my personality, I have this trait that is pretty difficult to rein in sometimes. And it's people pleasing. Yeah, I do that sometimes. So I struggle with being real sometimes. I want to be real. In fact, that's how I just tend to be anyway. I don't, I'm not the type of person who can be fake. But I can try to hide some things. Does that make sense? I think so. I think that's a accurate way of describing it. Anyway, what I mean by all of this is that as far as my diet goes, okay, I did much better last week. I ate really well. I ate good food for the majority of the days, but I did end up having some dessert a few to 4 days, I would say. Yeah. And this morning I was beating myself up over it because I want to really accomplish this. I feel like I had such motivation in the beginning, and it probably because I was feeling so sick and so just not well. I don't know how else to say it besides saying sick, inflamed, and feeling older than I am and older than I should be, feeling like I can't do things I should be able to do at my age. So there was a lot of motivation. Well, now I can do a whole lot more than I have ever been able to do. I feel so much better than I've ever felt in decades. But I still have work to do. I can still see fat stores. I still feel like I'm not quite where I should be metabolically. So while the blood work came back well, the results weren't bad. They weren't, everything wasn't in the green. You know how you get the red if it's high? And I had a few of those that were high, but again, it was the cholesterol, which we all know, the dilemmas surrounding cholesterol. And even the thyroid number, it was in the red, but that's because it was above 4. So anything above 4 is going to show red. So as I'm thinking about sharing all of this with you and how I'm thinking and how I'm feeling and not wanting to be a downer at all, I think that can get tiring when we come on and we just share our frustration after frustration after frustration, because we're trying to be real. So I don't really want to do that either. So I thought about it and I'm thinking expectations is what kept coming to me. Expectations. I think my expectations are too high. Meaning this, I think I still need to strive to be better at eating less dessert. Let's just call it what it is. We all know it's sugar, it's carbs, it's bad. We know. Okay, so it's desserts right now. It's not during the day snacking that I'm struggling with. It's not meal times I'm struggling with. I can eat really well. I don't have to snack. It's dessert after dinner. That's what I'm struggling with specifically. And I don't feel like I'm the only one, even though I don't know of many people I've heard of that have specifically stated this is what they struggle with. Although, let me tell you, I just joined a new community on Facebook called Carnivore Quest. I think it's Carnivore Quest Community, I believe. The new channel I talked about last time I talked with you all, Carnivore Quest, Larry and Cassie, they started a community page on Facebook, and it has been amazing. The people on there are so supportive, and I am seeing more people talk about, once you've been on this for like, I don't know, 6 months, 7, 8 months or so, there is, your weight can stall. You go through this adaptation time, which is what I feel like I'm in. But they all say, overall, just keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna see results if you keep doing it. And I do believe that, because even though I have some dessert, I still overall feel really good. I am feeling some effects from the sugar. I won't lie about that. There's definitely a difference when I go a week with no sugar versus a week with some sugar. There's definitely a difference by the end of that week. I feel in my body, in my mind, headache, the whole thing. So there is a difference. But I do believe that because I'm overall eating well, my metabolic health is still better because I'm giving my body time to heal from the other crap I'm putting in it. So I just need to get to the point where I don't crave that stuff anymore. That's what I've been reading a lot about, people posting in this community. They're talking about the cravings and how they eventually do go away. So that's why I think that's what I'm struggling with, is cravings. Really, I mean, bottom line, that's what I'm struggling with still. So, and I guess rightfully so. I mean, we're talking decades of me not eating well, of me eating sugar and carbs and processed foods. So, you know, I guess that's just bound to happen. So, again, not to be a complete downer here, just trying to keep it real, and let you know where I'm at. That I forced myself to do this video anyway, even though I felt at first like I wouldn't, because I don't want to disappoint you all, okay? But that's not good thinking, I don't think. I don't think it's good thinking. So I decided to just push ahead and push through it and go ahead and talk to you all. So again, thank you. You're being a motivator without probably even realizing it, and I appreciate this. I really do. It's invaluable. I can't get this anywhere else. So I really appreciate you all. The comments that you're leaving, I really appreciate those. I just really appreciate everyone who comments and lets me know that you're listening, you ask questions, and it just really helps. It helps to know that we're having an impact, I'm having an influence, and that I'm not alone in this. So yeah, so I appreciate that. So the plan, let's see, today's Monday. And again, I'm just gonna try and continue to every day eat what I know I should be eating, don't eat what I shouldn't be eating, exercise. I do have some projects I have planned for this week, which is good, because I was talking to my aunt, I think I was talking to her, and we both were saying how when we're bored, if we're at home and we don't have a lot of plans and we're just sitting around and get bored, that's when the cravings hit. And that's definitely something I want to try and avoid. Not that I want to always be busy, but for now, until this season passes and the cravings aren't so strong, I just want to have things to do. So that's what we're going to do this week, and then we'll see how it goes. So I'll get back to you at the end of the week. Now, somebody had asked me on the community about whether or not I had taken measurements, and I actually think my husband asked me the same thing because I talked to him about this too. Thankfully, he doesn't mind being a part of this process with me and helping me talk things out. So I have not taken measurements, I think, for a few weeks now. So I think I'm going to start doing that too. So needless to say, you probably have already guessed, the weight's not changed. Fortunately, it's not gone up. I have not gained weight, but I've not lost either. So, you know, scale's still pretty much staying in the same range of the 3 pounds that I've been at for about 2 months. So, but measurements I have not taken in a little while. So I need to do that to see what's going on with that. So I will report back once I do that and let you know how the week has gone. I just want to wish you well. I want to wish you a happy week. I hope everything goes well for you this week. And again, comment and subscribe and like this video and let me know how you're doing. And the things, if you have any suggestions for me about cravings, I would really appreciate that. Maybe there's something I haven't thought of yet. I'm gonna keep going to that community and seeing if I can get any tips from there as well. So far, the biggest tip I'm seeing is dairy. Cut out the dairy. If your weight has stalled and you're having cravings, cut out the dairy, which means, for me, cutting out coffee, because I put heavy cream in my coffee, so that means I cannot drink black coffee. So that means cutting out coffee. I don't know if I'm there yet. So we'll see what happens. But if you have any other suggestions, please let me know. I would appreciate it. Until next time, I hope you all stay strong, stay fit, stay healthy, stay happy, and I will see you next time.